Hello my lovely people, welcome to today's tutorial. Please subscribe if you're yet to, like, share and comment. Also hit the bell icon so you never miss any update. Thank you so much for your love and support. In today's video, I will show you how to draft your basic sleeve block for the bodice blocks we drafted in my previous videos. Ensure that you watch to the end so as not to miss any steps. To watch the video for making the bodice blocks, click the links below or here. The items I need for drafting the sleeve block are straight ruler, curved ruler, pencil, marker pen, tape measure, pattern paper, tracing wheel, awl, and notcher. You can shop these items using the links below. Here is the bodice block we'll be drafting the sleeve block for. So go ahead and have your own bodice block to hand. Note that you can use this method to draft the sleeve block for both the dartless and the darted bodice block. If you're yet to draft your bodice block, go ahead and click the links below for the bodice block making videos. The measurements we need for drafting the sleeve block are the arm length, the bust circumference, hand circumference, and the total armhole measurement. This is how you take the measurement for the hand circumference. It is taken like this around the widest part of your hand. For the armhole measurement, measure around the front and back armhole and add the measurements together. For this sleeve block, I'll be using the following example measurements: arm length of 24 inches, bust circumference of 37 inches, hand circumference of 9 inches, and armhole measurement of 18 and 3/8 inches. So go ahead and take your own measurements and have them to hand. In addition to these measurements, we'll be doing some calculated measurements for the height of the sleeve crown and half of the sleeve width. To calculate the height of the sleeve crown, we'll divide the bust circumference by 10 and then add 1 1/4 inches. Note that you can increase this measurement for a higher sleeve crown or reduce it for a lower sleeve crown as needed. To calculate half of the sleeve width, we will divide the bust circumference by 5. Note also that you can reduce or increase this measurement as needed. My calculated measurements for this draft are height of crown 5 inches and half of my sleeve width is 7.5 inches. Remember to use your own measurements. Here I have the pattern paper cut out measuring sleeve length plus 3 inches and sleeve width plus 3 inches. Rule a top line about 1 inch down from the edge of the paper and square a line down at the midpoint. I folded my paper in two to get the midpoint. Mark the intersection of these two lines as point A. Next, measure the arm length from point A to B. This is the center line. Fold on the center line to divide the paper in two. And label the side facing up as front. Now from point A, mark your crown height and mark this point as C. The crown height is obtained by the bust circumference divided by 10 plus 1 1/4 inches. Note that you can decrease or increase the measurement for lower or higher crown height as needed. That is point C. Now from point C, we measure half the sleeve width and mark as point D. Half of the sleeve width is obtained by bust circumference divided by 5. Next, measure A to D and check that it equals your half armhole measurement minus 1/4 inch. If not, extend your point D to achieve this. So here I measure point A to D, and this should equal my half armhole measurement of 18 3/8 inches minus 1/4 inch. So let's calculate it like so. So I have 9 1/16. Ensure you use your own measurements to calculate yours. Now I'll check if my A to D line is up to 9 1/16. Yes, it's exactly 9 1/16. So no need to extend my point D. If yours is not up to your calculated amount, extend your point D to achieve this. Now we join A to D. Next, measure midpoint of C to B minus half an inch and mark that point as E. This is your elbow point. From point B, measure and mark half of your hand circumference plus 1.5 inches and mark point G. Now join B to G. Next, you connect G to D. This is the sleeve side seam. Square out from point E to the DG line and mark point F at the intersection point. This EF line is your elbow line. And the BG line is your wrist line. Next, transfer all the points and lines to the other side of the paper using an awl and tracing wheel. So this is point F. Open the paper and mirror everything you have on the front to the other side. Label points D, F, and G. Now also label this side as the back. Now on this back side, divide the AD line in 3. So divide it into 3 equal parts. Mark points A1 and A2 starting from point A. Next, take the midpoint of A2 to D and mark as A3. On point A1, go out by 1 inch. And on point A3, go in by 1/4 inch. In a smooth curve, connect from A to D, passing through the points. Now ensure that you smooth out any sharp areas like so. So this is the back sleeve head. On the front, divide the AD line in 4. So divide the AD line into 4 equal parts, like so. Starting from point D, mark each section as D1, D2, and D3. On the point D3, go out 5/8 inches. On point D1, go in 3/8 inches. Now connect from A to D, passing through the point in a smooth curve for the front sleeve head. Now this is the back sleeve head and this is the front sleeve head. Next, let's go ahead and measure the total sleeve head. It is best to measure it keeping your tape measure upright like so. I have 9¼ inches on the front sleeve head. Also go ahead and measure the back sleeve head. And for the back, I have 9½ inches. So my total sleeve head is 18¾ inches. Now let's compare the total sleeve head to the total armhole. The total sleeve head is 18¾ inches and my total armhole is 18�3/8 inches. So the difference is 3/8 inches. Therefore, the total sleeve head is more than the total armhole by 3/8 inches. So this is okay. Now, as long as the difference between your total sleeve head and total armhole is anywhere between 0 to 5/8 inches, this is okay. If not, you should check all your measurements again and redraw the sleeve if necessary to achieve this. Finally, we mark the notches. I usually mark my first back sleeve notch at point A2. I take the measurement. I take the same measurement and then mark the same distance on the front for the front notch. To distinguish between the front and the back, I usually add another notch on the back about 1/4 inch away from the first notch like so. Then I go ahead and use those notch measurements on the sleeve to mark the notches on the armhole. This is very important as it helps with inserting the sleeve more easily. The basic sleeve is now complete. Go ahead and trace onto a fresh paper and apply the seam allowances. So suggested seam allowances are 3/8 inch or 1/2 inch all the way around and 3/4 inch to 1¼ inches for the sleeve hem. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Until I see you in my next video. Bye for now.